It's not that practical or ideal to hoard guns unless it's your intention to build a collection. Otherwise, it would be best to sell or trade them, either for cash or to get a better option. But hey, there are exceptions, and these are the very firearms you need to keep desperately. What's up, everyone? This is your host, Ted from Line45, and today, I'm about to give you my recommendations for the guns that you should never sell this 2025 or the coming years due to the value and performance they offer to you. And keep in mind, I'm not going to talk about newer gun models here. Before anything else, let me do this quick plug. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, all the buttons that you can see below. Don't forget to leave a comment too. I know it feels like a hassle, but those things help my channel a lot. Now let's get back to the good stuff. FN SCAR 17S. You don't pick up a SCAR 17S because you're just looking for another range toy. You get one because you want a rifle that's been through the mud, the dust, the heat, and kept on firing. This thing wasn't built for comfort or for looks, even though it's damn good looking. It was built for fighting. Straight up. Born from SOCOM contracts, used by guys who actually need their gear to work when lives are on the line, and you feel that the second you slap the charging handle and send that bolt home. In 2025, with how things are tightening up and rifles like this getting more scarce, letting go of a SCAR 17S would be like giving away a piece of military-grade engineering that you'll probably never find again. What sets it apart right out of the box is that monolithic upper receiver. FN machines it from hard anodized aluminum, and it's one solid piece that runs from the back of the upper all the way out through the handguard. It gives the whole gun a rock-solid backbone. Up top, you get a full-length Picatinny rail to mount your optics, magnifiers, night vision, or whatever your setup needs. And there's plenty of room on the sides and bottom rails for lights, lasers, foregrips, and even a bipod if that's your thing. It's built like it was meant to go to war because, well, it was. The barrel is 16.25 inches, cold hammer-forged, and chrome-lined, which means you're getting a barrel that'll stay accurate and hold up to thousands of rounds without worrying about rust or wear. It's chambered in 7.62 NATO, which gives it real punch. This isn't a .223 that'll tap targets. This round hits with authority. The muzzle is threaded and comes with a factory multi-compensator, but if you want to run a suppressor, the adjustable gas block makes that easy. Just flip it to the suppress setting and you're good to go. Now the short-stroke gas piston system. That's where this rifle really earns its stripes. Unlike direct impingement guns, the piston keeps hot gas and carbon away from your bolt, so it runs cooler and way cleaner. I've run mag after mag through mine and still had it cycling smoothly without gumming up. It's the kind of rifle you can trust in rough conditions. Rain, dirt, heat, it doesn't matter. The stock is one of my favorite features. It folds to the side, telescopes, and even has an adjustable cheek riser. You can run this gun compact for transport, then open it up and dial in the fit like it's a precision rifle. Whether you're running a low-power variable optic, a red dot, or full magnified glass, it lets you get the perfect cheek weld. It shoulders quickly and stays on target when you're moving. Controls are all ambidextrous. From its safety, mag release, and bolt catch, everything's mirrored for lefties or righties. The non-reciprocating charging handles can be moved to either side, and they don't get in the way of optics or bang your hand when the bolt runs. FN used to have them reciprocating on early models, but this updated version fixed that issue for good. For a full-size 7.62 rifle, the weight is pretty reasonable. It comes in around 8 pounds unloaded, which is actually lighter than a lot of other battle rifles in this class. The balance is solid, too. It doesn't feel nose-heavy or clunky, and it moves well whether you're prone or on the move. The thing is, FN doesn't flood the shelves with these. When a batch drops, it disappears fast. The SCAR 17S is one of those rare rifles that actually lives up to its reputation. It's a battle-proven platform with real history and serious performance, so I don't really encourage people to give up this gun. Sig Sauer P320 AXG Scorpion. There's just something about holding a metal frame pistol that makes you feel like you're gripping the real deal, and the Sig P320 AXG Scorpion nails that feeling better than anything else in its class. It has that old-school heft and balance that most striker-fired pistols can't touch, but it's paired with all the modern features we've come to expect, such as optics-ready slide, modular internals, match-grade trigger, and carry-ready reliability. This isn't just another variant. Instead, it's a limited-run, custom works build that brings the best of both worlds together. That's why if you've got one in your collection in 2025, you should never let it go. Another reason that makes this gun a keeper starts with the AXG grip module. Sig calls it the Alloy X Series grip, and it's exactly that. A precision-machined aluminum frame with real weight, balance, and that solid feel you just don't get from polymer. The frame is flat dark earth Cerakote, and they didn't just stop at a nice paint job. It also has Hogue G10 grip panels and a checkered backstrap that locks your hand in a place like a vise. The extended beaver tail and undercut trigger guard let you get a super high grip, so muzzle flip stays in check and recoil is dead easy to manage. The stainless steel slide is finished to match an FDE, and Sig machined X Series Lightning cuts up front that reduces slide weight for faster cycling and flatter shooting. It runs Sig's X-Ray 3 day-night sights, which consist of a big, bright front sight with a tritium dot and a serrated rear that are super fast to pick up whether you're out in the sun or in low light. And yeah, it's optics ready right from the factory. It's cut for the Romeo 1 Pro and other compatible red dots, so if you want to run an optic, it's ready out of the box, and no custom milling is needed. And oh, the adapter plates came from the RXP line. Inside, I can really say that this thing is still a P320 at heart, with that modular fire control unit that you can pop into different grip modules, slides, or calibers. That's cool and all, but honestly, I've never felt the need to change anything on this one. It's just that good in its stock setup. The flat skeletonized AXG trigger is crisp, with a clean break and a short reset that makes fast shooting feel easy and predictable. It's not just for looks, it actually performs. The recoil system is a captive guide rod and spring, paired with Sig's match-grade 3.9-inch stainless steel barrel, and it's tuned right. The thing just runs smoothly and reliably with zero hiccups. Whether you're running defensive loads or just punching paper at the range, it eats everything without complaint. It ships with 3 17-round steel mags, each with matching FDE base plates, which is a nice touch. The whole gun looks like it came out of a custom shop, and it kind of did. Again, I have to emphasize that this pistol is a custom works model, so it's not mass-produced. Sig did a limited run, and once they were gone, that was it. No telling if or when they'll bring it back. Of course, that's the biggest reason I'd never part with mine. It's not only just about performance, though, it got that in spades. It's about what this pistol represents. A metal frame, striker-fired handgun with true modularity, factory optics capability, and out-of-the-box quality that doesn't need upgrading. And in a few years, when everyone's still cranking out polymer clones, this thing is going to be even more special. So no, this one's not for sale. Not now, not ever. FN 509 Tactical. If you have an FN 509 Tactical, then try your best to keep it. Otherwise, you should secure one now. The gun is just too damn capable to be let go. It is a legit combat-ready handgun built from the ground up for hard use. FN started with their submission for the U.S. Army's modular handgun system. History tells us they didn't win the contract, but then they took that design, beefed it up, and handed us a pistol that's probably more ready for real-world use than half the stuff out there in duty holsters right now. One of the solid propositions of this gun is its barrel. It's a 4.5-inch, cold hammer-forged, stainless steel, and threaded 1/2 by 28 for a suppressor or compensator. FN didn't just add threads and call it a day either. You get a recessed target crown to protect your accuracy, and a thread cap with an O-ring to keep it from backing off while you're running the gun. I've run mine suppressed and unsuppressed, and it eats everything without a hiccup. Suppressor hosts don't get much more plug-and-play than this. The slide is probably my favorite part. FN's low-profile optics mounting system is just stupidly good. You don't have to mill anything. It comes from the factory ready to mount a bunch of popular red dots like RMR, HoloSun, Delta Point Pro, and a whole lot more. And the plates and screws are actually included, not sold separately as some brands do you dirty with. Plus, the suppressor height Trigicon night sights are standard, and they co-witness perfectly with most dots. So even if your optic craps out, you're still in the fight. The frame is classic FN polymer, but it feels solid, not hollow or cheap. The grip texture is aggressive enough to hold under sweat or gloves, and the interchangeable backstraps let you set it up just how you like it. I like mine with the larger insert, since it fills the hand better, especially with gloves. The accessory rail is standard Picatinny, so you can slap on a Surefire or Streamlight without fitment issues. Everything on it is fully ambidextrous, too. The slide stops and the mag releases on both sides. It doesn't matter if you're lefty, righty, or training one-handed, you're covered. Moreover, it's not short in capacity either. You get a 17-round mag and a 24-rounder right out of the box. That 24-round mag makes this thing almost into a personal defense weapon in pistol form. I run the big mag at the range or in a chest rig, and the flush fit when I'm carrying or using it in a nightstand roll. It feeds clean, drops free, no fuss. Trigger-wise, it's not a Gucci flat face with a 2-pound break or anything, but it's a solid double action. Comes in around 5.5 to 7.5 pounds, has a clean take-up, solid wall, and a decent reset. It's built for duty and defensive use, not competitions, and that's fine by me. I don't want hair triggers on a bedside gun anyway. It's built like a tank. Everything feels tight, and FN doesn't skimp on the finish or materials. The controls are all well machined, nothing rattles, and it just works. Heckler & Koch Mr. 556A1. Let me put it to you straight. The Heckler & Koch MR 556A1 is one rifle I'll never sell. I don't care how bad the market gets or how good the offer is. This one's staying in the safe. If you know anything about the HK416, the rifle that's been in the hands of Delta, SEALs, and basically every top-tier unit that needs a no-fail rifle, then you know why the MR 556A1 matters. This isn't your run-of-the-mill AR. It's essentially a civilian legal HK416, and no marketing hype can teach that. It's built like a tank and engineered for real-world abuse. Let's talk about its guts first. Most ARs run on direct impingement, right? Gas comes back through the tube, dumps right into your BCG, and makes a mess. The MR 556A1 doesn't play that game. It uses HK's short-stroke gas piston system with a solid one-piece op rod and a piston cup, straight out of the HK416 design playbook. That means no hot gas blasting into your upper receiver and bolt. It stays cooler, runs cleaner, and you can shoot suppressed without choking the system with carbon. Plus, the gas block is forged and beefy as hell. Now the barrel. Man, that's a thing of beauty. It's cold hammer forged, made from HK's proprietary steel in Germany, using the same machines that crank out barrels for G36 and HK416. It's 16.5 inches long with a 1 in 7 twist, so it loves heavier 5.56 like the 77-grain Black Hills or MK262. And here's another kicker about its barrel. It's not chrome-lined. That's usually a red flag for some folks, but not here. HK uses a nitrocarburizing process that hardens the steel, resists corrosion, and keeps your accuracy tight. No chrome to ruin groups, just good old precision. The bolt carrier group is totally overbuilt. This isn't a parts bin BCG. The carrier key is actually part of the carrier. It's machined in, not bolted on. That eliminates one of the common failure points you see on DI guns. The bolt itself is tough, with reinforced lugs and a nitride finish. It's smooth, reliable, and just eats through ammo without breaking a sweat. What really stands out on this rifle is the upper and lower receivers. They're machined from 7075-T6 billet aluminum, and the tolerances are crazy tight. There's no wobble, no slop between the upper and lower. Basically, what I am saying is that they lock up like a vault. The anodizing is thick and tough, exactly what you want on a rifle meant to survive hell and back. HK's quad rail handguard, which is the modular rail system, is another serious piece of hardware. It's free-floated and rock-solid. You can slap optics, lights, lasers, vertical grips, whatever you want, without shifting zero. Yeah, it's heavier than the slick M-lock setups, but it's bomb-proof. When I pick up this rifle, it just feels like it's made to be dropped, dragged, and still hit dead center. Now the trigger is your standard HK two-stage military-style unit. It's not a match trigger, but it's predictable and rugged. I've considered swapping it, but honestly, it just fits the rifle's personality. Hard use and no frills. I know exactly where it breaks every time. HK went proprietary with its recoil system. The buffer and spring are designed specifically for their piston system. It cycles smoother than most DI rifles I've shot. Recoil is soft, fast follow-ups are easy, and you can tell the action is built to run in nasty conditions. Even the little stuff is dialed in. The charging handle is solid and feels reinforced. The magwell is slightly flared for faster reloads. The gun ships with HK's own translucent 30-round polymags, which are damn tough and let you check round count at a glance. I fell in love with this feature more than I expected. To be fair, this rifle ain't light. The MR556A1 clocks in around 8.6 pounds unloaded, so once you add glass, sling, and a full mag, you're pushing 10 pounds easily. But that weight brings stability. It soaks up recoil, holds steady on target, and helps with heat dissipation when you're burning through mags. And yeah, the price tag stings. You're looking at anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 depending on where you buy and what's in stock. But here's the thing. You're not buying a cheap AR. You're buying an HK416 DNA rifle with all the durability, tight tolerances, and military pedigree baked in. It's expensive, but it earns every dollar. B&T APC9 Pro. The B&T represents top-tier Swiss precision, and the APC9 PRO is straight up one of the cleanest, smoothest PCCs they've ever built. This isn't some knockoff slapped together with cheap parts. This is the same company trusted by counter-terror units and special forces across Europe, and when they build something, they build it to run hard and last forever. The moment I fired my first mag through it, I knew I wasn't selling this thing ever. The first thing that really sold me on it is the way it shoots. Unlike most blowback 9mm that smack the hell out of your shoulder and rattle everything inside, the APC9 Pro uses a hydraulic buffer system. It's basically a soft-shooting, recoil-dampened blowback setup that feels more like a tuned carbine than a clunky pistol-caliber gun. It cycles smoothly, stays flat, and just runs like a sewing machine, especially when you're mag dumping or running suppressed. That buffer system takes out a lot of the harshness and really keeps wear off the internals too. Build-wise, it's exactly what you'd expect from B&T, which is clean, tight, and overbuilt in all the right ways. It has an aluminum monolithic upper and a polymer lower, which keeps the weight down to around 5.3 pounds. The upper has a full-length Picatinny rail on top and M-lock slots plus short Picatinny rails on the sides and bottom. So whether you're mounting a red dot, magnifier, laser, light, or vertical grip, it has the real estate and rigidity to support it all without flexing. The machining and finish are top tier, like almost too nice to beat up. But I am pretty sure you'll want to shoot the hell out of it anyway. The 6.8-inch cold hammer-forged barrel is threaded and comes with a tri-lug adapter, so whether you're throwing a suppressor on via direct thread or going QD, it's good to go out of the box. I've run mine both ways, and it takes to suppress shooting like it was designed for it. Expect no gas-in-the-face nonsense and reliability drop. Critical controls in the APC9 PRO are fully ambidextrous. Its safety, mag release, and bolt catch are all mirrored. The charging handle's non-reciprocating, folds in automatically, and you can swap it to either side. It stays tucked in and doesn't beat your fingers up while you're running the gun. You can even swap out the AR-style grip if you want something fatter, grippier, or just more familiar. I also love that the APC9 PRO isn't just stuck with B&T's own mags. You can get different lowers that take Glock mags or Sig P320 mags, which is a godsend if you already carry one of those pistols. It saves money, simplifies your kit, and just makes practical sense. I've got a Glock mag lower on mine, and being able to share mags between the pistol on my hip and the carbine in the truck is a game changer. The two-stage trigger is better than you'd expect from a factory PCC. Clean break, short reset, no spongy feel. And as far as reliability goes, mine hasn't flopped once across all kinds of ammo, from cheap FMJ plus P hollow points down to some sketchy reloads. It eats it all. And when it's time to clean it, the teardown is toolless and super fast. Upper and lower pop apart just like an AR, and you've got full access to everything that matters. So yeah, my APC9 Pro isn't going anywhere. If you've got one, keep it too. Selling it now would be like giving away a Swiss watch that just happens to spit brass.